Are you ready to validate your cloud security expertise and join the elite ranks of CCSK certified professionals? In this video, we will cover CCSK V4 Certificate of Cloud Security Knowledge Exam Prep, practice questions and detailed explanations. Master the Certificate of Cloud Security Knowledge, CCSK, V. In this video, we dive deep into 30 high-yield practice questions for the Certificate of Cloud Security Knowledge, CCSK, V.4 exam, covering all 14 domains of the CSA guidance. Make sure to grab a pen and paper to track your score as we move through these exam-style questions. Which of the following describes the measured service characteristic of cloud computing? Option A. The ability to scale resources up and down based on demand. Option B. The pooling of resources to serve multiple consumers using a multi-tenant model. Option C. Systems that automatically control and optimize resource use by leveraging a metering capability. Option D. The provision of computing capabilities through a web browser or thin client. The correct answer is C. Measured service is one of the 5 essential characteristics of cloud computing defined by NIST. It means that cloud systems automatically control and optimize resource usage by leveraging a metering capability at some level of abstraction appropriate to the type of service, e.g., storage, processing, bandwidth, and active user accounts. Resource usage can be monitored, controlled, and reported, providing transparency for both the provider and consumer of the utilized service. When moving to a public cloud, what is the impact on the organization's overall risk profile? Option A. All risks are transferred to the cloud service provider. Option B. Risk remains the responsibility of the customer, but the ability to manage it changes. Option C. Risk is eliminated because the provider has better security than the customer. Option D. Governance is no longer necessary as the provider manages the infrastructure. The correct answer is B. In cloud computing, specifically public cloud, you can outsource responsibility for managing certain controls, but you can never outsource the ultimate accountability for the risk. The risk profile changes because you lose direct control over the underlying infrastructure. The how, but you must still ensure that the what security requirements is being met. Governance becomes a matter of verifying the provider's claims through audits and contracts. Which legal concept is most likely to be affected by the distributed nature of cloud storage across different countries? Option A. Intellectual property rights. Option B. Jurisdiction and data sovereignty. Option C. Software licensing agreements. Option D. Service level agreements. The correct answer is B. Jurisdiction and data sovereignty are primary concerns in the cloud because data may be stored in or transit through multiple legal jurisdictions. Each country may have different laws regarding government access to data, privacy protections, and breach notification requirements. This makes understanding where data resides and which laws apply a critical legal challenge for cloud customers. In a SaaS model, which party is primarily responsible for providing evidence of compliance for the underlying physical infrastructure? Option A. The cloud consumer. Option B. The cloud service provider. Option C. A third-party auditor hired by the consumer. Option D. The hardware manufacturer. The correct answer is B. In software as a service, SaaS, the cloud service provider, CSP, manages the entire stack from the physical facility up to the application. Therefore, the CSP is responsible for providing compliance documentation, such as SOC2 reports or ISO certifications, to the customer to prove that the underlying infrastructure and platform are secure and compliant. What is the primary goal of data dispersion in cloud storage security? Option A. To increase the speed of data retrieval across global regions. Option B. To ensure data availability and integrity by slicing data into chunks and distributing them. Option C. To compress data for cost-saving measures. Option D. To move data to the cheapest storage tier automatically. The correct answer is B. Data dispersion, or bit splitting, involves taking data, breaking it into segments, adding parity bits for redundancy, and distributing those segments across different physical storage nodes. This protects against data loss, availability, and unauthorized access, confidentiality, as an attacker would need to compromise multiple nodes to reconstruct the original data. What is the most significant security risk associated with the cloud management plane? Option A. Excessive latency in API calls. Option B. Unauthorized access through compromised administrative credentials. Option C. Lack of physical access to servers. Option D. Using older versions of web browsers to access the console. The correct answer is B. The management plane is the super user interface for the entire cloud environment. If an attacker gains access to management credentials via phishing, insecure APIs, or lack of MFA, they can potentially delete the entire infrastructure, steal all data, or redirect traffic. This makes it the highest value target in any cloud environment. How does SDN, software-defined networking, improve security compared to traditional networking? Option A. By removing the need for firewalls. Option B. By allowing for granular microsegmentation of network traffic. Option C. By encrypting all traffic by default at the hardware level. Option D. By making the network faster. The correct answer is B. SDN allows for microsegmentation, which is the ability to apply security policies to individual workloads or even individual virtual machines, regardless of their physical location in the network. In traditional networks, segmentation is often limited by VLANs and physical hardware, making it much harder to achieve the zero trust model that SDN enables. Which of the following is a security concern unique to containers compared to virtual machines? VMs. Option A. They use a shared OS kernel, which could lead to breakout attacks. Option B. They cannot be encrypted. Option C. They do not support networking. Option D. They require more RAM than VMs. The correct answer is A. While VMs are isolated by a hypervisor and each has its own guest OS, containers share the host operating system's kernel. This creates a risk where a vulnerability in the kernel could allow a process in one container to break out and access the host or other containers. This is why kernel hardening is vital in container security. In a cloud environment, why is traditional bit stream imaging often impossible during a forensic investigation? Option A. Because data is always encrypted in the cloud. Option B. Because the physical disks are shared with other customers. Multi-tenancy. Option C. Because cloud providers do not allow investigations. Option D. Because virtual machines do not have hard drives. The correct answer is B. In a public cloud environment, data from many different customers is interleaved on the same physical disks. A bit stream image would capture data belonging to other customers, which is a massive privacy and legal violation. Therefore, investigators must rely on logical snapshots or specialized provider-provided tools. What is the shift-left approach in the SDLC for cloud applications? Option A. Moving the application to a different cloud provider. Option B. Moving security testing earlier into the development process. Option C. Removing security features to increase performance. Option D. Moving the development team to a different office. The correct answer is B. To shift left means integrating security checks, such as static application security testing, SAST, and vulnerability scanning, as early as possible in the software development lifecycle. SDLC. This helps identify and fix vulnerabilities during the coding phase, which is much cheaper and more effective than finding them in production. What is the primary purpose of a Cloud Access Security Broker, CASB? Option A. To provide high-speed internet connections to the cloud. Option B. To act as a policy enforcement point between cloud consumers and providers. Option C. To replace the need for an identity provider, IDP. Option D. To host virtual machines for the customer. The correct answer is B. A CASB is a security policy enforcement point that is placed between a cloud service consumer and a cloud service provider. It allows organizations to extend their security policies, like data loss prevention, encryption, and access control, from their on-premises infrastructure to the cloud. In SAML, Security Assertion Markup Language, what is the role of the Identity Provider, IDP? Option A. To provide the cloud application, SaaS. Option B. To authenticate the user and issue an assertion. Option C. To store the user's credit card information. Option D. To manage the network firewall. The correct answer is B. In a SAML federation, the identity provider, IDP, is responsible for authenticating the user, verifying they are who they say they are, and then sending a SAML assertion to the service provider, SP, stating that the user is authenticated and authorized to access the service. According to the CSA, which of the following is a benefit of using security as a service? SCCAAS. Option A. It eliminates the need for security professionals. Option B. It allows for constant updates and intelligence sharing across the customer base. Option C. It is always free for cloud users. Option D. It guarantees 100% security. The correct answer is B. One of the key benefits of SCCAAS is that providers can see threats across their entire client base. When a new threat is detected for one customer, the provider can immediately update their defenses for all other customers. It also allows organizations to leverage expertise and infrastructure they might not be able to afford in-house. In the context of IoT security, what is edge computing? Option A. Processing data at the physical location of the user or the source of the data. Option B. Using a specific brand of routers. Option C. Deleting data as soon as it is created. Option D. Storing all data in a single central data center. The correct answer is A. Edge computing involves moving the processing of data away from centralized cloud data centers and closer to the edge of the network, near the devices and sensors collecting the data. This reduces latency and bandwidth usage, but it also creates new security challenges because the edge devices may be in physically insecure locations. Which cloud service model provides the most control to the customer over the operating system and middleware? Option A, SaaS. Option B, PaaS. Option C, IaaS. Option D, DaaS. The correct answer is C. In infrastructure as a service, IaaS. The provider manages the hardware and virtualization layer, but the customer is responsible for installing and managing the operating system, middleware, and applications. This offers the highest level of control compared to PaaS or SaaS. What is the Cloud Controls Matrix, CCM? Option A. A list of all cloud providers in the world. Option B. A cybersecurity control framework specifically tailored for cloud computing. Option C. A tool for hacking into cloud databases. Option D. A legal contract used by Oz. The correct answer is B. The Cloud Controls Matrix, CCM, is a framework designed by the Cloud Security Alliance, CSA, to provide fundamental security principles to guide cloud vendors and to assist prospective cloud customers in assessing the overall security risk of a cloud provider. Which process ensures that data is only kept for as long as it is needed for business or legal reasons? Option A. Data masking. Option B. Data retention policy. Option C. Data sovereignty. Option D. Data portability. The correct answer is B. A data retention policy defines how long data should be kept and when it should be destroyed. This is critical in the cloud to minimize risk. Data you don't have can't be stolen, and to comply with regulations like GDPR. What is BCDR in the context of cloud computing? Option A. Blockchain and digital rights. Option B. Business continuity and disaster recovery. Option C. Backup control and data restoration. Option D. Boundary control and device redundancy. The correct answer is B. BCDR refers to the processes and procedures an organization follows to ensure it can continue operating during a disaster, business continuity, and how it will recover its IT systems and data after the event. Disaster recovery. In the cloud, this often involves multi-region deployments. What is the primary security benefit of using an immutable infrastructure model? Option A. It is cheaper to maintain. Option B. It prevents configuration drift and ensures servers are always in a known good state. Option C. It makes servers impossible to hack. Option D. It allows users to change passwords more often. The correct answer is B. Immutable infrastructure means that instead of patching or changing a running server, you replace it with a new one from a fresh image. This ensures that servers never deviate from their original security configuration. No configuration drift, and makes it harder for attackers to maintain persistence. Which component of virtualization is responsible for managing and isolating multiple guest operating systems? Option A, the hypervisor. Option B, the CPU. Option C, the BIOS. Option D, the network switch. The correct answer is A. The hypervisor, or virtual machine monitor, is the software layer that creates and runs virtual machines. It manages the hardware resources and ensures that each VM is isolated from the others. During a cloud security incident, what is the first priority? Option A, arresting the attacker. Option B, identifying the scope and containing the damage. Option C, filing a lawsuit against the cloud provider. Option D, backing up the entire cloud environment. The correct answer is B. In incident response, the immediate goal is to understand how far the incident has spread, scoping, and to stop it from getting worse. Containment. Only after the threat is contained can you move on to eradication and recovery. What does DAST stand for in application security testing? Option A, Data Access Security Tool. Option B, Dynamic Application Security Testing. Option C, Digital Asset Storage Technique. Option D, Distributed Application System Template. The correct answer is B. DAST stands for Dynamic Application Security Testing. Unlike SAST, which looks at code, DAST tests the application while it is running. It acts like an external attacker, trying to find vulnerabilities like SQL injection or cross-site scripting, XSS, by interacting with the application's interface. What is format preserving encryption, FPE? Option A, encryption that turns a file into a PDF. Option B, encryption where the output, ciphertext, is in the same format as the input, plaintext. Option C, encryption that only works on video files. Option D, a way to compress data while encrypting it. The correct answer is B. FPE is a type of encryption where the ciphertext has the same format as the plaintext. For example, encrypting a 16-digit credit card number would result in another 16-digit number. This is useful for legacy databases that expect data in a specific format. In the attribute-based access control (ABAC) model, access decisions are based on Option A, only the user's job title. Option B, a combination of attributes, user, resource, environment. Option C, the user's password length. Option D, the date the account was created. The correct answer is B. ABAC is a flexible access control model that evaluates attributes, characteristics of the subject, user, the object, resource, and the environment, e.g., time of day, location, to make an access decision. This is more granular than role-based access control, RBAC. Which SECaaS category involves protecting a customer's website from DDoS attacks? Option A, intrusion management. Option B, network security. Option C, Identity and access management. Option D. Security assessment. The correct answer is B. Network security as a service includes services that filter and monitor network traffic, such as firewalls and DDoS, distributed denial of service protection, which are designed to keep web services available and secure. What is the right to audit clause in a cloud contract? Option A. The provider's right to see the customer's tax returns. Option B. The customer's right to physically enter the provider's data center. Option C. The customer's right to request audit reports or perform their own security assessments. Option D. The government's right to take over the cloud provider. The correct answer is C. The right to audit allows the customer to verify that the provider is meeting the security requirements specified in the contract. Since physical access is usually denied in public cloud, this usually manifests as the right to review third-party audit reports, like SOC 2. What is the primary challenge of continuous compliance in the cloud? Option A. Cloud environments change too fast for traditional manual audits. Option B. Compliance is not possible in the cloud. Option C. Auditors do not understand cloud technology. Option D. It is too expensive to hire auditors. The correct answer is A. In the cloud, resources are spun up and down constantly. Ephemeral nature. A manual audit that happens once a year is insufficient because the state of the environment could change minutes after the auditor leaves. Continuous compliance requires automated tools that monitor the environment 24/7. In serverless computing, FAS, who is responsible for patching the underlying server OS? Option A. The customer. Option B. The cloud provider. Option C. The developer. Option D. The end user. The correct answer is B. In serverless or function as a service, FAS, the provider manages all the underlying infrastructure, including the server, the OS, and the runtime. The customer is only responsible for the security of the code they upload. The function. What is a hybrid cloud? Option A. A cloud that uses both Windows and Linux. Option B. A combination of public and private cloud environments. Option C. A cloud that is partially on the moon. Option D. A cloud used by only 2 people. The correct answer is B. A hybrid cloud is a computing environment that combines a private cloud, on-premises infrastructure, and a public cloud, like AWS or Azure, allowing data and applications to be shared between them. Which of the following is the most secure method for managing encryption keys in the cloud? Option A. Storing them in a text file on the server. Option B. Storing them in a hardware security module, HSM. Option C. Hardcoding them into the application source code. Option D. Emailing them to the IT manager. The correct answer is B. A hardware security module, HSM, is a physical device that safeguards and manages digital keys for strong authentication and provides crypto processing. Using a cloud-based HSM or a dedicated key management service, KMS, ensures that keys are never exposed in plaintext to the provider or on the server. That concludes our 30-question CCSK V4 practice test. How did you do? Remember, the CCSK is a challenging exam that requires a deep understanding of the CSA guidance and the ENISA white paper. If you found this helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more cloud security certification content. For the full 120-question mock exam experience, check the link in the description below.